Alrighty then. In the name of our ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what we call the Realities Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper or the host of this program, known here on social media. Wherever you may find me, I am known as the mighty Angel Snub Nub 7. I am your soul brother, number one. I would like to thank you for joining us or joining me on this spontaneous live stream or broadcast. I don't want to keep us long. I just wanted to get something off my chest, and then hopefully I will have a better night. I want to begin our talk off topic, and I just want to say some people call you ignorant. Some people may call us ignorant, and when they call us ignorant, many of us, we take offense being called ignorant. You ignorant. And sometimes they add stupid. But you're ignorant. Stupid, I can see where you may or I may take offense. But when somebody says that you're ignorant, it just simply means lack of knowledge. Ignorance just means you don't know. So I have no problem when you call me ignorant, because I might not know. I would like to know. Not believe, I would like to know. I don't want to be ignorant. Ignorant simply means I don't know. Lack of knowledge. That's all it means. We should not be offended, because everybody don't know it all. So everybody is ignorant to many things. There's too much out here in the world for one person to know. So you got to be ignorant of something. Even those things that we think we know, we can be ignorant, because you think you know and you really don't. You don't know. So I was just thinking about the interviews that I've had with people over the last few years. And I thought about the interviewers. Some of the interviewers were sincere, actually trying to get to know us, trying to get to know this platform. What is it that we represent? Then there are those who interview to try to shame you, to try to mock you, to try to degrade you on the sly, or they just outright do it in your face. But regardless, when you interview, and I don't believe I have not had a real interview session. The interviewer is ignorant. The interviewer do not know us, do not know this platform. They watched a few videos, and usually it's the beef videos. When I talk so-called negative against the Nation of Islam, or some beef video where I'm talking, they don't know us. They don't know me. They don't know what the Realities Temple on Earth is. They don't know our vision called Operation Exodus Mississippi. They don't know. Many of us are familiar with our sister, Oprah Winfrey, who had a very successful talk show. Oprah Winfrey also has what you call the Book of the Month Club. Oprah Winfrey is an interviewer. You cannot interview nobody. You cannot talk about a book unless you read that book. So when Oprah has her Book of the Month Club, and many of these books have hundreds and hundreds of pages, but Oprah sat down at some time and read that book, and then she invites the author of the book to her show to talk about the book. How is she going to talk about the book and she did not read the book? How are you going to bring a guest to your show and you don't know nothing about him? Ignorant. And it makes you look bad. It's unprofessional. Now, there are many YouTubers who have no degrees from a college. They have no formal education, and they do very well, but they do very poor when it comes to the interview, because many of them have not done their homework. You cannot interview nobody if you don't know them. I'm not supposed to go on a show, a platform, and preach. But the reason why I can go on a platform and preach is because the interviewer, the one that invited me to the platform, don't know us. You can't interview somebody you don't know them. And the problem is, a lot of times, we're not worthy of knowing. So how are you going to talk about somebody and you don't know them? That's why they don't quote nothing that I say, because they have not listened to nothing I say. They don't know nothing about me. I can quote what Louis Farrakhan said. I can quote what this book said because I read that book, because I listened to those videos. I listened to those DVDs. I know what I'm talking about because I researched it. I know, either through actual experience, or I would do my research and I would get the information. You don't know me. So all those trying to talk about us, trying to talk about this ministry, those trying to talk about our vision called Mississippi Campaign, they talk in ignorance and look stupid because they don't know. And you don't know how to interview. You don't interview nobody and you have not researched them. You don't know them. That's why they have no questions for us. That's why they can't tell you, well, I listened here. Oprah would tell the interview page so-and-so and blah, blah. I quote from your book because Oprah read the book. And then the author of the book says, yeah, well, I was meaning this and blah, blah. We look ignorant and we look stupid talking about somebody and you don't know. Just like some of these people that come to our platform. Young man came to our platform last Sunday. And others have come here. And then they want to talk about us, but you don't know us. You don't know me. So you guess because you think I'm simple. And then you look stupid because I'm not simple. I am speaking from a place you don't know nothing about because you come from a place of belief. So if I was a believer, if I was spiritual, or if I was blackety black or whatever, then your assumptions might be true. Maybe you could do that, but you don't know us. You don't know me. And they look foolish trying to talk about somebody they don't know. And like I told them, I don't know you. I am replying and responding to a belief system because personally I don't know you. You personally don't know me as a person, and you don't know nothing about this ministry that we call the Reality Temple on Earth, nor do you know anything about our vision called Operation Exodus Mississippi Campaign. So you look stupid. You make yourself, not me, you embarrass yourself coming into the public ignorant. That's not my fault. When lawyers go to court, they have to be researched, informed of what's going on in that case. They have to know about the evidence, the people involved. They have to know about that case. Otherwise, you're not a good lawyer, whether you are a criminal defense attorney or a prosecutor. You will look real stupid going into a court and you don't even know your case because you've done no research. You just guessing. So I just wanted to get that off my shoulder because I would never do that. I invite you as a guest and I'm going to interview you. I am going to get to know you. I'm not going to look ignorant. I'm going to be able to quote you from a video. I'm going to be able to quote you from a book if you read a book. I'm going to get to know what you represent. These belief systems have been around for thousands of years. I'm not talking about you personally. We know about Islam. We know about the Moorish Science Temple. We know about Kemetic science. We know about these. They've been around for a long, long time. But even then, you still have to know, do some research, so at least some basic. They don't even know the basic of what Angel Snub Nub 7 is. You look stupid. And that's not my fault. And we're not here to try to make mockery of you, but if you're going to do that, then you need to be professional. You need to be on your A game so you don't look all messed up. That's your fault. So these people come here simply because they don't like what we say and then try to guess what we about. If you want to come here, do your research. But we're not worthy of research. We're not worthy of study, so you come here with nothing in your hand and get your ass whooped. That's not my fault. That's your fault. That's your fault, not mine, because you didn't do your study. You didn't do your research. You didn't get the information because I'm not worth it. You think we're somebody to play around and joke with because you think you know it all, because you think you all smart, because you read all these books by John Henry Clark and Dr. Ben and Ivan Sertima, or you watch all Sonetta TV debates or whatever. You come here and get your feelings hurt. But I'm not going to do that. That's why, and since I know what you know, that's why when we interrogate you or when we ask you questions, You don't know how to respond. I already know what you're about. You don't know what we are about. I just wanted to get that off my chest because we've never had a real interview. We've never had a real interview. We just had some people that we talk with. They don't know nothing about us. Shout out to our Deacon of Reality, Soul Brother 85, and Twin Pyramid. Thank you. Always in the house supporting our platform. Thank you for watching this spontaneous broadcast. Those in the chat room, those floating the clouds. Thank you, even our enemies, which we never done nothing to nobody, but they don't like us. Well, that's your problem. Because I don't go around talking about who I don't like, who I hate. I don't call people coons and Uncle Tom, which I did at one time. Because if you go look at some of the old videos, I did. I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of calling people coons and Uncle Toms, and I've been through all that. I've been through all that. I want to recognize in the chat room, our brother 47 is in the chat room. Recognize that, brother. Thank you, brother, for joining us this on this spontaneous broadcast. I just wanted to get that off my chest. But the topic that we've chosen briefly for tonight is God, or should God have mercy on black people? Because I want to clarify something. Should God have mercy on black people? I don't owe black people nothing. I'm not your savior. I'm not a messiah. I don't owe nobody nothing. So you can't hold me responsible, or you can't hold me accountable for nothing. I owe nobody nothing. Y'all grown. You make your decision. Now, if for some reason you choose me as a leader and I accept that responsibility, then you now can hold me accountable and responsible. But you do not support me. You have given me nothing. You've grown. I don't owe you nothing. You ain't gave me nothing. Why don't you hold accountable those who you give your money to and your support to? That's who you need to be crying to, not me. So I don't owe you nothing. You giving me nothing. However, that does not mean I don't care about the people that I'm birthed from. It does not mean that. It only means you're not worthy of going all out my way to try to do something for you, because you have not proven that you're worthy of going all out my way. Dr. King went all out his way. Malcolm X went all out of his way. Harriet Tubman and many of our people, our forefathers, they went out their way. And look at your condition. Look how you live. Some of these youngsters talk about our freedom fighters like a dog. This is true. This is facts. And the only reason why you can do what you do today is because of their sacrifice, their suffering. And these youngsters don't have any respect because their parents don't have no damn respect. A bunch of ingrates. We should be in a better place today. But we're not. Because the parents or the children of the civil rights movement, they failed because they became comfortable with the scraps that their parents was able to get. And that was just by a few people. The majority of black folks in this country ain't do a damn thing. Very few of us can say they had a family member that was part of the civil rights movement or the Black Panther Party or the Nation of Islam or CORE or whatever. The majority of black people in this country benefit on the back of a few others. Ain't do a damn thing. That's why the children don't have no respect for those who paved the way for us to live as comfortable slaves today. I'm not going to do it. You picked the wrong one. I used to do it. When I was 18 and 19 and 20, I used to do it. And I'm looking at these who I was willing to give my life for. And I said to myself, I'll never do that no more. I'm not doing it. Because the parents of these children, comfortable slaves, it reminds me of the story of the little red hen. And the little red hen asked the community, could you help me sow these seeds? No, I ain't got time for that. I ain't sowing no seeds. Will you help me harvest the wheat? No, I ain't gonna harvest no wheat. I ain't got time for that. Will you help me bake the bread? No. No. So people like Dr. King and Malcolm and Sojourner Truth and Harriet Tubman, so many of our people before us, they began and they made the bread. They baked the bread. Then here we come, all we want to do is eat the bread. Now, here I am as a child. I'm a child. And I wanted to help make the bread. I want to be part of this. I just don't want to be a beneficiary. I was a child and recognized this. Y'all grown ass people, selfish ass pieces of trash. And you look at them in Hollywood. I'm not shedding no tears for no Tahaje Henson, whatever. She don't do nothing for civil rights. Fantasia don't do nothing for civil rights. All these celebrities, they don't do nothing for civil rights. They benefit from civil rights. They benefit from the struggle. They don't give nothing back. Will Smith don't give nothing back to civil rights. He's too busy in the bed with P. Diddy or whatever his damn name is. A bunch of freaks. A bunch of inhuman aliens, whatever the hell they are. Their children is a bunch of freaks. Don't know whether they male or female. Having orgies, wife swapping and all kinds of madness. That's what Dr. King and our people died for. I'll be damned if you're going to be a freak because I help you be that. You be a freak on your own. I'm not going to be part of that. I don't owe you nothing. However, that does not mean we don't care. Some of us have alcoholics in the family. We have crackheads in the family. We have people caught up in prostitution and gang life. We have those type of people in our family. But at some point, You can only help those who help themselves. You love your son in the street, and you try to help your son get off the street. You try to help your daughter get off crack. You try to help those doing bad. But at some point, you got to let them go, because you can only help those who help themselves. There are those, no matter what you do, they're not going to do any better. The only thing we can do, if you want to help yourself, then we offer you, if you're serious, we have a vision. We have a way out. And you can see the fruits in your lifetime. All this ring around the roses that these blackity black folks got you going. It just goes on and never ends. I'm going to tell you, we have a vision to break it up, the monotony, this ring around the roses garbage, once and for all. Nobody else is saying that, because they don't have a solution. The only thing they have is a Band-Aid putting on a shotgun wound. You do not put a Band-Aid on a shotgun wound. We have what needs to be done to repair the wound once and for all. If you want to do it, you can only help those who help themselves. In the Bible or the Quran, but I do know in the Quran, as part of Islamic faith, you open up your prayer in the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful. Merciful. Mercy. Some of us frown upon people that commit heinous crimes. You're a fool for forgiving so-and-so that killed your mama, killed your daughter. You're a damn fool. I wouldn't do it. And many of these people are religious. And in the religion, you ask God for mercy. To give a person a second chance. Nobody is born a murderer. Nobody is a child and they wish, when I grow up, I want to kill somebody. I want to rape somebody. I've never heard a child, when I grow up, I want to steal. When I grow up, I want to rob a bank. Yeah, I've never heard children talk that way. Something happens to us in our lives that causes us to go in a certain direction. So when we get caught up, maybe we can change because somebody, a judge, somebody had mercy on us to give us a second opportunity. Sometimes you don't get a second opportunity. Sometimes our mistakes cost us our lives. Sometimes our mistakes, we end up in prison the rest of our lives. They put to death, because that's the law, they put to death many people who have changed their lives that could benefit humanity. They killed them. I thought the purpose of prison was to rehabilitate, because your ass is not rehabilitating nobody. So they rehabilitate themselves through religion or through self-discovery. However they done it, they're not the same person that committed this crime. They could help people who eventually is going to get out of prison, help them in the prison so they would be better when they get out of prison. But you put them to death and there is no mercy. The reason why there's a Realities Temple on Earth ministry is because of mercy. Because really, if I was thinking like many of you, I shouldn't say a damn thing, just watch you go down in flames. Because you've earned it. The reason why you're in the condition that you're in, because you actually have failed God. You are a bad example of God. The Christians are bad examples of God. The Muslims are bad examples, representatives of God. You have failed. But I would dare say that God, out of his mercy, according to the Quran and to the Bible, God is a merciful God. So a voice has been raised up to give you a second opportunity. If you are his sheep, then you will hear his voice. And you should hear that voice to give you an opportunity, because there's nobody that has a vision. There's nobody that has structure like what you have and what we come here. Mercy. We are the mercy. We have been given the solution because others have failed. And sometimes it's called tough love. It's not hatred. It's tough love. When you're dealing with people in bad circumstance, drug addiction, criminal behavior, you got to show tough love. And you do it out of mercy, because otherwise, really, you could go ahead to hell with them. Whatever will be, will be. They will end up in the morgue, or they will end up in the prison system lifelong. And so we care. And the first part of caring is bringing the word. And even the Christians said this. We bring in the word. It does not make any difference whether or not you heed the word, but because out of mercy, we're giving you the word. What you do with it, that's your business. If you don't want to act upon it, that's your business. So the blood is off our hands. There are thousands who have heard the word from this platform. I know some folks don't want to hear that. Ain't no thousands of people. You're a damn lie. Thousands. Thousands have heard this word. And they have chosen to reject that word. That's your business. That's not mine. Out of mercy, we bring you this. But we continue on the soul train because the word is not for a few thousand. The word is for millions. So we continue with the word because we don't know who is out there that might want to act upon the word. You don't want to do a damn thing. You want to lay in your house, comfortable slave. That's your business. You got the word. So that's our mission, is to bring the word. People cannot respond. They cannot act upon what they don't know. So we're going to continue to bring the word until the millions know about the word. And that's what these selfish ass people don't want. They really don't want you liberated. They really don't want you on your feet. They really don't want you doing better. Because of the black man and woman, soul brothers and sisters, if you really do better, they don't have nothing to do. All their books and their DVDs, what they gonna do with all this, and their conferences and all this ring around the roses behavior that they do? What they gonna do? If the problem is being solved, they don't want the problem solved. You don't have to worry about the government. It's these Negroes, this blackity black stuff. They don't want you on your feet. It's nothing but another church to go to. That's all it is. It's not revolutionary. They've turned what the Black Panthers done. They've turned what the Civil Rights Movement done into entertainment, into another church. That's all it is. A bunch of hoopla. Nobody has vision. Trying to follow dead people. You can't follow dead folks. Trying to follow stuff that's over with, out of date, no longer applicable. They don't want you to get on board the train taking you to a destination. We're giving you a destination. We're giving you a vehicle. And you don't have to believe in no God. You can believe in God, you don't have to believe in God. It don't make no difference what you do in your personal life. Ain't nobody trying to tell you how to worship, when to go take a dump, eat some damn grass. Nobody trying to tell you what you do in your life. That's your business. This is about liberation. This is about your independence. This is about you. It's like you deserve an opportunity to go on your own. You deserve an opportunity to reach inside yourself. Now, you will disagree with what I say, but at the same time, in your life, you do something different. When you get a certain age, you ready to leave your mama and daddy house. Ain't that right? Very few of us want to live with mom and daddy. We want to be independent, get our own jobs, do our own thing, and then this is my house. And when mom and daddy come to your house, they are under your rules. If that's the way you feel about your parents, and you love mama and you love your father, if God is the parent, if God is the father, then you don't want to live in his house. It's time for you to get out of it. Religion and spirituality, all these things keep you dependent upon something. When you should become, as you say, a God, when you should become an adult, you don't want to live in somebody's house. You want to be able to do your own thing. I don't care what they do in the spiritual realm. You want something under your control. You want your life under your control. You don't want to be like your parents. You cannot reach your potential copying other folks, regurgitating from other folks. You cannot grow you cannot be yourself trying to be your father. You're not your father. You're not your parents. All of us are individuals. We are who we are. We do ourselves a disservice trying to be like somebody else. I am Elijah Muhammad. I am Malcolm. So when you box yourself in there, you limit yourself to where they stop, and you cannot go any further because you want to be them. And you have the potential to go further than them. I say that what we have here from this platform is better than those things in the past, because we have learned from their mistakes. We learn from their successes. We have learned from their failures. So in essence, we are still them. You are still the daughter and the son of your parents, but you go on to live your own life in your time period. And then you have children, and they will live in their time period. This is our time. I grew up in the 1970s. I'm a 1970s child. But if I came on video looking like I was from the 1970s, y'all would think something wrong with me. Or are you going to a costume party or whatever? Because the 1970s is gone. And quite frankly, I'm glad the 1970s is gone. I didn't like the fashion. I didn't like it when it was new. I was happy all that the fashion of 1970s disappeared. Platform shoes and bell-bottom pants and all that crazy stuff. I didn't like it growing up in it. That's gone. So we are here due to mercy because we care. If I did not care, I wouldn't say nothing. I'll shut the channel down. I wouldn't even make the channel to begin with. But there's something called mercy. Because some people, there need to be an alternative. And whether you like it or not, slowly but surely, people are finding this word. Slowly but surely. Because all this blackity black spirituality and the religion, that can only go so far. Many people are getting burnt out on it because it's not getting nowhere. It's been going on for thousands of years. You've been talking the same stuff for over 100 years, over and over. People like this. It's not producing nothing. It's not taking you nowhere. The scripture talks about heaven on earth as it is in heaven. That's why it's the reality's temple on earth. Because this is all we know. If there's a spiritual realm, if there's a spiritual heaven, we don't know nothing about it, but we're going to build heaven on the earth because that's all that we know. And the scripture says that the kingdom of heaven is in you. It's here. It's in your mind. It's in your vision that your hands will build. Heaven is an attitude. It's a mindset. And you build it with your hands physically. And it's in you. Not in somebody who's gone. They didn't have a chance. You have an opportunity because you are alive. You have an opportunity to build and see heaven. But you cannot build heaven being a Satan. You cannot build heaven being a devil. And that's where you are. And some of you are self-righteous. You think that you are righteous. You're nothing but hell raisers. Like the young man that was on our platform Sunday gonna call my telephone and call me a coon and Uncle Tom and an Asian and all kinds of crazy stuff. Supposed to be a righteous person. And his example is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Farrakhan don't do that. But he does. Many of these followers, because they really don't know their teachings. You really need to shut up. You need to really stay away from trying to explain because you don't even really know your own belief. Leave the teaching to the professional. Leave the teaching to those of whom Louis Farrakhan or whoever the teacher is. Leave the teaching to those of whom are officials that Farrakhan or whoever, they made them qualified to do the teaching. You're not a teacher. You're going to come out here and get your ass whooped because you really don't know. I was watching a video, and I guess this was a second debate or something. Pastor Geno Jennings and Marvin Muhammad. I didn't know who that brother was. That sounds like Marvin Muhammad, the New Nation of Islam. Now here's a man who is the leader. He is the teacher. He's the Son of Man. He represents the New Nation of Islam. Well, he's the official, he is the official utmost representative of the New Nation of Islam. And to me, he made himself look really, really bad. He don't really know the teachings either. But he's able to talk well enough where he got these people to follow him. But he really don't know what the hell he's talking about because the pastor put question pressures on him that he's never had to deal with before. But I would say to the pastor, Gino Jennings, what is his name? Gino Jennings? That was his name. Yeah. You don't want to come here. Because I know that he talked about Marvin Muhammad and those Muslims. Because he know he beat them up. You come here, sir, you're going to know how they feel. Gino Jennings, whatever. Gino, I don't keep up with these folks. But I give Gino Jennings his props because you can see the man, that church possessed great intelligence. But they only see the error in other people. They don't see the error in themselves. But when you come here, sir, you're going to see the error in your ways. And now you're going to know how Marvin Muhammad and those Muslims, how they felt. That's right, Gino, going to have to accept reality. And that's your number one problem. We don't want to accept reality. We want to stay in the Bible. We want to stay in the Quran. We want to stay in mythology and these fairy tales. We just can't accept it is what it is. But other people, even if they believe in God, they accept the reality of their situation. All those immigrants coming to America, many of them, I'm very sure many of them have religious beliefs, but I guarantee you they know how to separate religious beliefs from taking care of business. You don't know how to do that. You don't know how to separate your religious beliefs from taking care of business, taking control of your destiny. You think some miracle gonna happen, a spaceship gonna come out the sky, some divine black Messiah, Savior. It's not gonna happen. A spaceship gonna come save you, or the usual, when you die, you're gonna go to heaven, or you're gonna go to the spiritual realm. How do we know the spiritual realm is better than this? Nobody has come. Matter of fact, right now, as I'm speaking, anybody, you listening to me from the spiritual realm? Could somebody come here and talk to the people live? Now, I will admit, if something came through the wall and said, hey, that would scare the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie. Some ghost or whatever come through the wall. Yes, I would like to talk to you. Be my guest. That scared the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie about that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It's not gonna happen. So we have to be able to take all the things that our enemies have given us and use those things for ourselves. You talk about what's the sense of voting? The reason why you talk about voting because you don't know how to use it. The reason why you don't know how to do certain things because you don't know how. You don't know how to use it properly. And clearly what you're doing is not successful. Every little thing that we even got came through the vote, came through due to the law. What have you produced? That's why y'all crazy as hell, because the law freed you so you can be crazy as hell. That's why you're able to do it. The reason why you're black power and the reason why you're doing all the things that you're doing, because the law protects your happy ass. That's the reason why. And you don't want to vote. You don't want to take advantage of as many things that have been given to us. We are the wealthiest oppressed people in history. The wealthiest. Ain't nobody going to allow their victim to be wealthy. You don't see the state of Israel giving money to the Palestinians. You don't see nobody giving money to the enemy. America allow you to be billionaires. You can spend $2 and become a billionaire overnight in America. What? Adolf Hitler and the Nazis wouldn't do that. A foolish people. I do agree with the Nation of Islam. Foolish people. Silly, childish people. You're going to get what's coming to you. But see, there's mercy. And all of those under the sound of my voice, I don't ask you to sell bean pies. I don't ask you to sell newspaper. The only thing I ask you is to share this word. Share these videos. Share this word. So they can't say I didn't know. You sharing the word is mercy on the population. They need an alternative. They need another choice, because the other choices is sending them, as they say in religion, sending them to hell. But we represent exactly what the scriptures talk about. The heaven on earth. And how you gonna get to that heaven? Because you're gonna build it. Because that heaven comes from you. And everything about the reality's temple comes from us. It's not coming from Arabia, Mecca, Arabia. It's not coming from Bethlehem. It's not coming from no foreigners. It's coming from your soul. It's coming from us. And that's all you need is you. If God, if the universe can contact and talk to these other people, why can't we be talked to? Why can't we? And I said this in my conclusion. Louis Farrakhan had a song, White Man's Heaven is a Black Man's Hell. And I'm going to paraphrase. One of the verses was, the whole wide world is waiting on you to see what the so-called Negro is going to do. Because of our situation, because of what has happened to us, we earned, and we should be the ones that lead the way. We should be the Christ that leads the humanity to heaven. Not that we're special, but that's our job. Because we were made to qualify. It's nothing spooky about it. It's here. But it's up to us. You ain't going nowhere in your current condition. Being a damn freak, gender confused, alcoholics, and all this other confused, all messed up. You religious, comedic, and cosmotic. Oh, you got all this stuff running in the plumbing of your mind. You're not going to go nowhere. All that stuff got your mentality all glued up. One of the good things about my incarceration was it disconnected me from all this. I had to disconnect myself so I can begin to think freely. You need a disconnection from this madness, from this world, all of it. And again, your scriptures give you a clue what you need to do. Because the scriptures say that this God brings in a new heaven and a new earth, and the former things shall pass away. What is the former things? all these old things that we hold on to, including the Bible and Quran. And all these different things, these are former. They used to be. They former. What you used to be, how you used to think, that's not going to go into the new world. Oh, that's not going to go into heaven. That's dust and dirt. You don't bring dust and dirt into a clean house. Even under the teachings of Elijah Muhammad taught the Islam, or that what we know of as Islam, will not enter the hereafter. The reason why these things will not go into the new world, because they're no longer needed. In a new life, the Bible and Quran is to prepare you for heaven on earth, to get you ready to go into a new time period. That's what they're there for. You don't need it no more. When you get your driver's license, you don't look at the manual no more. When you get your driver's license, you graduated. You might go back to it for reference, just in case, but you don't need it no more. When you graduate and get your degrees, you don't really go back to a lot of those books and things that you used to, because now you got your degree. So the Bible and Quran are supposed to be books to get you ready to go to heaven, to go into the hereafter. You don't need that no more, because you have graduated. But you're not going to go anywhere practicing these rituals. All these rituals, all the things that the Bible and the Quran, these are symbols. You should learn the lesson of the ritual. So now they're no longer symbols. It's like a simple example. It's like in the Karate Kid. And Karate Kid's teacher was teaching him, he was washing a car. Wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. And the poor young man, the only thing he thought he was doing was washing a car. He got sick of it. Hey man, I come here, I'm doing all your housework, and wax on, wax off, washing your car, painting the fence. I'm tired of it. And then the teacher had to show him. Show me wax on, wax off. And he threw a punch. He was teaching him how to block punches. Wax on, wax off. How to paint the fence. All these was martial arts moves he didn't even know. Because he only knew the ritual. He didn't know the substance behind the ritual. So we have Bible and Quran, and we have spirituality, but these are symbols and rituals, but you don't know the substance behind them. You think that you got the substance supernatural, and it's not supernatural. Because we are not supernatural. We are reality. We are the world that we know of. We don't know nothing else. When you learn the substance behind the symbol, you be on your way. And this is the vessel, this is the tool that you got so that you can go there. And we who live today, we're damaged goods. But now we have an understanding of how to get there. And as time goes on, our children will be the ones who actually create and will live in the heaven on earth. But we got to get them there. We got to put them on the right path and show them how they need to go. As your scriptures teach, show the children, teach them how they need to go. But how you going to teach them how to go when you don't know what to do? And you keep listening to all these suckers that just keep taking your money every year. Oh, your donations is tax deductible. That's what they tell you every year. And they give you nothing. You get nothing. And the scripture keep talking about heaven, and you don't never experience it unless you die. You don't experience the hereafter until you die. Because it's a lie. These folks don't know what the hell they're talking about. Got you ring around the roses. Got you like a mule. When you put a carrot in front of a mule to get him to pull a cart. And the mule can't never get the carrot, but you get your cart pulled. You keep giving all these pastors and these preachers and these scholars and all these teachers millions of dollars every year. You ain't no better than the church. And you give them nothing except false hopes and dreams. That's all you give them. That's all you get. How you get angry at Angel Snuffing Up 7 when I want to produce for you? And if I can't produce for you, I sit my ass down. I'm confident in what we bring here. And you and I can begin the process to bring heaven on earth. For real. And we might see it in our lifetime. You're not going to keep waiting hundreds and thousands of years. That's stupid. That don't make any sense. I want to acknowledge our brother, Common Sense, in the chat room. Got to acknowledge our people. Because a lot of times we don't have common sense. Common sense. And that's something that you never hear these people talk. Common sense, logic, reason, being analytical, critical thought. You don't hear them talking about that. You can't be a believer and talk about common sense and logic and reason and being analytical. You can't be a believer. Belief does not require those things. You can't talk about facts. People that believe keep telling me, what's your facts? What's your proof? Belief does not require proof. Belief does not require fact. What the hell are you talking about? They only seek enough facts. They only seek enough proof to verify their belief. Then they stop. They don't keep going, because if they kept going, they're going to find out their belief is nonsense. It's childish, it's immature, it's mythology, it's fairy tales, and it's not even your fairy tale. It's a fairy tale that you got from some foreigner some damn where, or from the oppressor. None of the stuff that you got came from you. None of it. All of it came from somebody else. Your belief in spirituality, your belief in the Bible and Quran, or whatever else, these things that you got, didn't even come from you. It came from some foreigners or your enemy. But they cannot say, and nobody can claim this, because the reality temple on earth comes from the womb of black people, the black American soul brothers and sisters, the ones called Negro. This comes from out of your womb. This is your answer that you claim you prayed for, that you waited for the day for. that you've been waiting for the answer for. This is not a popularity contest. It's about competence. It's about being effective. It's about vision. It's about a real plan. It's not about popularity. But I don't owe you nothing, because you gave me nothing. You need to hold accountable these people that you support. Hold them accountable, but you don't, because that ain't nothing but a church. You just want to feel good. You just want to put a rub on your ding-a-ling. And you like intellectual masturbation, sounding intelligent. But when you come here, you thought you had something that was intelligent. You thought you had something that sounded good till you come here, and then you fall apart. Because now you come into the house of reality, and that stuff don't work in the real world. It don't work in Washington, D.C. It only works in the hood and on the streets. It only works in other places of fantasy and fiction. It don't work in the real world. But we're here because we show mercy. And we still care. But we're not going to go all out of our way, because you're not worth it. When you show that you're worth saving, you will be saved. You're not worthy of saving. You think this is still a joke? You think it's funny? You think it's a game? Like I say on this platform all the time, if the right situation happened in the world, you're going to get yours. I don't want to be around because I don't want to suffer like that. I would rather be in the grave. An ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. Your leaders and these people, these suckers that you're listening to, aren't getting you ready for the real deal. Real leadership gets the people ready for the worst. Even if it never comes, you ready for the worst. Y'all on these special diets, I'm a vegetarian and I'm a pescatarian, because you comfortable. Ain't nobody coming from South America is tripping on a special diet. You happy to get whatever the hell you can get your hands on. I'm a pescatarian. I'm a veganism of all this stuff. What's his name? Our brother Black Son? Black Son gonna eat a pork chop before he die. I very much doubt that many of these people talking all this crap. I don't eat no pork. You will eat the hell out of pork chop before you starve to death. Some of us we've lived all our life and don't know what hunger is. So we know that you will eat the hell out of that pork chop. I don't eat pork. When you get hungry, not only will you eat pork, you eat a whole lot of stuff you thought that you might not eat. When you're starving. When you're starving. You ain't never been starving. You get your 3 meals a day and your bottled water and your smoothies and your air conditioning. Y'all comfortable. You're going to get it. You are going to get it. You're going to get it. I don't want to be around. But like I said in my Soul Liberation Day message, since y'all can be spiritual, I can be spiritual too. And I say, the cancer did not kill me because I'm God's mercy in your midst, giving you a second chance. And if you don't take it, then surely you're going to get what's coming to you. And it's just a matter of time. It might be too late right now. It might be too late right now. We don't know. But I do know an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. And your so-called leaders and these people that you listen to not getting you ready for anything. Cat Williams getting millions of views. Talking about P. Diddy and all this foolishness. Millions and millions of views. Y'all don't take life seriously. You're not taking life seriously at all. You're not looking at things seriously. But what do you expect from people who just came off the slave plantation? Really, when you look at it, we ain't really been off the slave plantation that long. Still got the mind of a slave. You talk all that black power, and you still think and act like a slave. You don't act and move and think like free people. You still act and move like people fresh off the slave plantation. In fact, you act worse because those people learning how to survive. There was no EBT card for slaves off the plantation. There was no special programs. There was no welfare for children. All this stuff, y'all. There was no air conditioning. There was no swimming pools and movie stars for them. And you disrespect them every day how you live. It's all going to blow up in your face because you're not worthy of none of it. And I don't want to be around. I try to talk to my own family. They don't want to listen. It's all fun. It's all a joke. Don't take nothing serious. You don't take nothing serious until it starts kicking you in your ass. Then it's too late. Then you want to cry. You want somebody to feel sorry for you. You hope the white man can help you. Those days are coming to an end. You got all these people coming across the border. You think that our life as black Americans, you think it's going to get better? Hundreds of thousands of these people coming across the border. Pretty soon you're going to be asking, your children going to be asking them for a job. Because you didn't do nothing. Sit on your ass and think everything is funny. So be it. But the mercy is here. And the final call is here. As Elijah Muhammad used to say, take it or let it alone. Ain't nothing special about me. I'm not a Messiah. I'm not a prophet. I'm none of these things. I'm just somebody that I can see now. Since my mind is disconnected from all this stuff. And you can see the same thing once you disconnect from all this. Give it a try. You'll be amazed. You holding on to these things that are not going to take us nowhere. And it hasn't taken us nowhere. What has it done for us in the last 10 years? 2014 to 2024. What has it done for us the last 10 years? What have you accomplished doing these things? First of all, y'all divided. You can't unify. You just give all your preachers, Louis Farrakhan, Tariq Nasheed, and Tahaka Bay, you just give all your preachers, Sonetta TV, Young Fire, you just give them your money because they preach and they teach good. But besides running their damn mouth, you get nothing You get angry at me because I want to give you something. If you make an investment, I want to give you a profit. And I'm a prophet in that way. Not because of no scripture. I'm a prophet in that way. Profit. I'm a prophet. I want you to profit. And stop listening to these scam ass prophets. Prophetz. Woo! Oh, have mercy on us. We're here. Mercy. So I ask all those under the sound of my voice. Not asking you to shoot nobody. Not asking you to sell nothing. Not asking you to do nothing except tell them. Show them mercy, because bringing them this word is mercy. You don't know who out there waiting for this, waiting to come help us take it to where it needs to go. We need to tell them. All who will listen, we need to tell them. Don't worry about the ones that you told, and they told you that you was crazy and go to hell, get out my face. You told them, now you just keep rolling. It's 40 million in this country. Can't trip on these idiots that we've talked to. Like the New Year's song say, may old acquaintance be forgotten. May old acquaintance be forgotten. And the soul train rolls on, with or without you. Has been doing so since 2007. I don't know why folks think because they unsubscribe or because they get mad or whatever. It don't make no difference. The soul train rolls on, with or without you. But they know this is the place to be. They just couldn't handle the heat. They just can't handle it. What needs to be done? I'm not a savior. I'm going to say that again. I'm not a savior. I'm not a Messiah. There's nothing biblical or Quranic about me. Nothing. I have nothing to do with that stuff. I was taken out of it. I was taken out of it for a reason. Because that's not real. This is the reality's temple on the earth. The only reality we know of is on the earth. Not in a book from foreigners. Fairy tale mythology, a book of mythology is from foreigners. The revelation comes from you, comes from our soul, comes from our being. I was born from the womb of a Mississippi woman, a black American, born and bred here. Come from us. I could care less about our relationship to Africa or anybody else. I don't care about that stuff. They're not doing nothing to help us. We have to help ourselves. There's no African nation giving us nothing. They didn't do nothing for us in the 60s. They're not doing nothing for us right now. Not doing nothing. They want to work together. We can do that. But we can do the 40 million, we can take care of ourselves. You don't need nobody. They won't take you serious until you take yourself serious. So you can talk all that African stuff that you want, but those nations in Africa or nobody around the earth is going to take you serious till you take yourself serious and show that you're worthy of their attention. Right now, you just like a fan. Running around here, all this African stuff, you act like a fan. Ooh, Michael Jackson. Ooh, my nigga Michael Jackson. You Africa. Oh, look at Africa. We Africa. African spirituality. Black African. Now you act like a damn fan. That's why they cannot take you serious. You're nothing but a fanatic. They have problems of their own. They're not going to add you to their problems because you're nothing but a problem at this time. Because you don't have your stuff together. When you get your stuff together, this government will pay attention, take you serious. Nobody care about what you think. Nobody care about how you feel because you don't feel nothing for your damn self. You don't take yourself serious. But believe this, I'm going to say this and get out of here. Just the fact that you will begin, not that you accomplish, just the fact that you would try to do something like Operation Exodus Mississippi, just the fact that you try, watch all the attention you will get from around the world. What are they doing? Those black Americans are trying to take control of a state. What? You'll get the attention around just the fact that you're trying, not that you've done it, just the fact that you tried. It's never been done before. They know the benefits. You don't. They know the benefits. Keep listening to these clowns. They make their money off keeping you in hell. While we are here wanting to bring you profit, Profit, and guide us to heaven on earth. It's not going to be easy. It's sacrifice. It's suffering. But the benefits, woo, if only you could see. You have no vision. If only you could see the benefits. They know the benefits. And some of these people you listen to, they know the benefits. They just wish they want that. They wish the idea came from them. Jealousy and envy. Because they will make mockery, but you will never see them actually present something to show this can't work. That's not the way. You never see that. Because everything about Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign, everything about it is logical. And our ancestors, all of them, from Noble Drew Ali, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm, and all our ancestors would be proud of us to accomplish this. They didn't do it. They would be so proud. Look at our babies. They took over a state, god dang, and changed the name from Mississippi to Malcolm or something. I don't know, whatever we choose. Take down the state flag, put up the red, black, and the green. Personally, I don't care. But that's what you can do. And then from there, and you gain your strength, those African nations will respect you. Nations across the earth will respect you. Like, wow. They just came off a slave plantation. They got it going on. And you change yourself and come up out of this freak behavior that we're caught up in. Because that's part of it. Because both Bible and Quran represent a righteous mindset. But you don't have to be religious to have a righteous mindset. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught What is the best religion? Just simply treating a person as you want to be treated. That's all it is. All these other things, you can work that out within yourself, but that's your personal stuff. Has nothing to do with nationhood. How you going to liberate yourself but still keep the people themselves in bondage? It's about show and tell. Show folks this is the way to go. Don't try to make people do nothing. Just show them this is a better way. And live it. Be the example. Like the Muslims did. There's a lot of people couldn't be a Muslim. But people love the way the Nation of Islam brothers and sisters, how their swag. They love how the Muslims carried themselves. I can't do that. And let's not knock the Christians. Because there's a lot of good Christian people that live a righteous life. That's beautiful when you see people living that righteous life. There's a lot of folks will tell you, man, I'm not strong enough. Well, if it's enough of us as an example, we help the brothers and sisters that's too weak to do it. And make righteousness normal. It's abnormal in this society. We will make righteous behavior normal because that's all the children will know. That's how we get the children, the next generations on the right path, because the only thing they're going to see is righteous behavior. That's all they're going to know. So they won't know nothing about kiss my butt and drinking liquor. They won't know nothing about that. What is all that? All that would be strange to them. Only thing they wouldn't know is this righteous lifestyle. Not oppression. Not oppression. A righteous lifestyle. A righteous lifestyle should not be oppressive. It should be enjoyable. You should want to live it because that's what's good for you. That's what's good for us. Whether you a vegan, a pescatarian, or whatever you want to, treat a person like you want to be treated. And treat your women like queens. Because that's all they will know. And treat them with respect. Somebody told me we can't live equal. No, we have our roles. We can still live equal. We can all treat each other equal. Ain't no man above no woman. Ain't no woman above no man. We can be equal. No, you just want to be above some damn body and oppress somebody. Those days are over. And when it comes to leadership, it's about who's competent. It's not about a gender. How the hell you put a stupid man as a leader, then the only thing he's going to do is lead you stupid. But you got a sister that got it all together in her mind, but she can't be a leader because she's a female, but she's the one that qualified for the job. That's dumb. Just because you are a man and have a penis don't make you no leader. When did a penis get special powers? I've had a penis. I've had a penis for a long time, and I've never gotten any special powers out of it. The deacon said, I can't treat pork chop like a queen. We ain't talking about this. We talk about future tense. The folks we're dealing with right now is damaged goods. We know that, including ourselves. But it's like the Incredible Hulk. We understand that we have to contain the savage within. We know that. We talking about a future time where they don't have to worry about that because they won't know nothing about us as a savage. The only thing they will know is this righteous lifestyle. That's all they will know. They won't know nothing about gender confusion and alcoholism and drug. They won't know about all that because we're going to, as time goes on, all that would disappear. If that's what you want. If that's not what you want, you don't want the kingdom of heaven, and you just want to die and hope that there's something better, well, you do that. You don't want the kingdom of heaven on earth, you ain't going to get it. So you don't have to worry about going to heaven because you're going to stay right here where you deserve. It's simple as that. But we're the mercy and we're the real final call to tell you if you want different, if you want to bring this to an end once and for all, this is the place to be. And it starts with letting the folks know that this exists. Nobody can make a decision about something they don't know nothing about. Because these suckers is not going to help us. Unlike myself, I spread other people. I spread Farrakhan videos. I spread Young Pharaoh videos. And many brothers and sisters, Sadnetta. You can go back to some of my old videos. I promote other brothers and sisters all over YouTube. They don't do that for me. Why? Because they're not real and we're real. Because that's all I know. That's all I ever been. And that's why we call this the Realities Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. Am I perfect? Am I perfect? No. Do I make mistakes? Yes. But I'm still going to be real with mine. And I'm going to be real with you the best that I can. Because I don't want your money like that. I don't care about swimming pools and movie stars and big houses and riding around in fancy cars. I don't care about all that. All I care about is the future generations being put in a different position the same way my ancestors, my elders before me wanted better for me. That's all. No more, no less. And I will be so happy to transition from this life knowing you are on your way. And you don't have to talk about me no more. You don't have to say nothing that I did. I don't care about that. Just be well. Be well. On that note, let me get out of here. I thought this was going to be a 20-minute video. It never happens. It never happens. I thought at max, I thought it was going to be a 30-minute video, and it never happens. An hour and 30-some minutes. It never happens. Anyway, I enjoy talking to us, and perhaps again, the message that I wanted to bring to us on the 1st, maybe this weekend I can do that. But this message here was on my mind, and like we always say here on this platform, tomorrow is not promised to us. So I said, well, I got the time. Let me go ahead and get this off my chest, and I'll bring you this. Hopefully, I will have time to do that message that I wanted to do on the 1st this weekend, maybe Sunday. So, plus we're going to be stuck. It's a snowstorm coming in through this way. It's supposed to be a lot of snow, a lot of cold, so we're going to be stuck in the house a little while. So why not come out here and be with the company of other people who are critical thinkers, who accept reality, who are logical, who use common sense and reason. I want to be around you. I don't want to be around people that's spooky. Well, God is bringing the snow and the ice. Yeah, okay, whatever. And God is bringing the volcanoes in the earth. Yeah, okay. You've been saying that for decades. You've been saying that for eons. For what? Tired of hearing that. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that's getting tired of it. So we got to be like America. Bring us your tired. Bring us your the ones that's persecuted. Bring us those. And we get together and get on this soul train and take care of business. And bring this crap to an end once and for all. Thank you for listening. Jot down your comments. Again, shout out to our Deacons of Reality, those in the chat room. Brother 47 and Brother Common Sense, thank you in the chat room. Our people in Los Angeles, Sister Tangi and her family, London, England, our people, Mellow Cap, Sister Ann, Brother Denzel, Brother Talib, let me see, I'm going to see if I can name Angela Hines, Sean Davis, Razzie Fry, Tafari Smith, Christopher Steffens. I think that I got everybody. There's only 10 or 11 of us. Might be 10. I mean, it might be 9 now. Who knows? I see him come. I see him go. Who knows? As our brother Don Cornelius used to say, as in parting, we wish ya love, peace, and soul. And we are Audi 5000.